Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. We're nearing the end of February, which means it is time to make my March TBR. I do this with a TBR jar, which it's a new jar, in case you didn't notice. It's a smaller jar, and I can't really fit my hand inside of it. So I have a whole bunch of prompts in this jar, and I will pick 8 of them, and we will pick out books that match those prompts, and that will be my March TBR. I started doing these TBR videos March of 2024, and that video, okay, for me, it blew up. Like, in my eyes, it got like over 3,000 views, and I was like, oh, I'm famous. Not actually, but like I was really taken aback by how many people watched that video, so yeah. But I do have so many books on here, and I've been buying books, so we have plenty of books to pick from, so many options. So we're just gonna dive in and get to picking out books. I'm super excited. Hopefully we get some pretty good prompts this month. I'm gonna try to get a couple of books from Kindle Unlimited this month, just so I have something to read when I'm like out and about and I can't bring a physical book with me. But yeah, let's try to mix these up a little bit because I can't get my hand in there to mix them. And we'll just pick. All right, prompt number 1, we have A Second Chance Romance. Okay, I think, is the Do-Over Second Chance? The only reason I'm wondering, like, if this would count is because this takes place on Valentine's Day, but, like, the day keeps repeating, kind of like Groundhog Day, if you've seen that movie. I haven't seen that movie, but I know the concept. And so, I mean, like, it kind of feels like a second chance if her day keeps on repeating, but I don't know if that really counts. You know what is Second Chance Romance? Bad Romeo by Lisa Raven. I don't know where I got this book from, to be honest, but it's on my shelf. And from what I can tell on the back, the 2 main characters went to high school together, and they were both in like Romeo and Juliet. They were like the lead characters in their high school play, and then years later they meet in Broadway and kind of like rekindle their romance. So I think this is definitely a second chance romance. I think I'm just gonna go with this one because I can't think of any other books that I have on here that's second chance. Besides, the purple cover kind of matches the prompt. There we have book number 1 already. Okay, we'll go with this guy right here, which is Most Intimidating. I hate this prompt. I actually despise this prompt. I don't know why I wrote it. Most Intimidating is a book that I won't read because it scares me, and I think my most intimidating book that I have that I'm not going to be able to get off of the cart right now without doing some major work. Oh gosh. Got it. This is House of Leaves by Mark Danielewski. This is a horror book. I think it's kind of like a haunted house horror book. The house is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. So like when a new family moves in there, they're kind of experiencing weird things. Now, not only is it intimidating because it's massive, look how it's bigger than my head, okay? Isn't that intense? It's thick, and it's intimidating because the formatting is just really weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's just odd. So it's a little scary. But maybe this month is the month I try it. It's probably gonna take me days, if not the whole month, to read it. But yeah, this is definitely my most intimidating book. This is the book I wrote the prompt for. So yeah, lovely. I'm so excited. I bought 5 new books last month in February. I haven't gotten a single one on the TBR yet. My goal is to get at least 1. For our next prompt, we have... Oh, focus on the paper. Thank you. Oh, it was upside down. Boyfriend Chooses. He's at work right now and he's not gonna respond to me, but I already know exactly what book he's gonna pick, which is the 5th book in the Michael Bay series, Storm of Lightning. There's no way he doesn't choose this book, and I will literally make a little editor's note down here when he comes home tonight and I ask him, it will be this book, and I'll confirm it down here. This was his favorite series growing up, and he always, every single time I make my TBR every month, he's like, did you get the next Michael Bay book on there? And most of the time I say no, but today I get to say yes, and he will be so excited when he comes home and sees this on the TBR. So yeah, this book series follows Michael Vey, he's the title character, and he has like electric powers. He finds out he's not the only kid because he's being hunted down by a group of evil kids who have electric powers. It's kind of intense. It's a young adult series too, and it's pretty intense. It's sci-fi. I don't really read sci-fi, but these books are so short and the chapters in here are so short that I fly through them. So I'm excited to read the next book. He will be so excited to see this on the TBR. So that's what that prompt is going for. Normally I would text him and ask, but I already know what the answer is going to be, so it's not even worth it. Not in like a mean way though, but yeah. All right. Prompt number 4, we have, oh gosh, this guy right here. Oh no, there's spilt prompts everywhere. Is that gonna focus? Thank you. Friends to lovers. Okay. Wow. Again, is the do-over friends to lovers? I'm not sure. I don't think it is actually. I know Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, they're not friends. I'm pretty sure they're like academic rivals. What else do we have? I think Love and Gelato is friends to lovers, isn't it? I did read this one before, but it's been so long that I can't remember. Wow, I did not pick... Whoopsie. That's Love and Luck. That's the second book in the series. This is Love and Gelato. But the thing is, they don't stay, like, they are new friends to lovers, I'm pretty sure. So now I'm trying to think of what other books I have that are friends to lovers. Or this could be the point where I pick a book from Kindle Unlimited. So let me check and see what we've got on there. I'm looking on TikTok for recommendations. It's kind of hard to find. I always struggle. You know what? We're just gonna go with Love and Gelato because it's a cute little young adult romance. Basically, in this book, the main character, Lena, goes to spend the summer in, I think, Italy? Yeah, Italy, because her mom passed away, and so she is like living with her mom's friend out there. Her mom left a diary, and so Lena reads her mom's diary to figure out who her dad is. I don't know. I'm not explaining it very well. This recently, I think in like the last couple years, gotten a movie adaptation on Netflix. And so I've been really wanting to reread the book so I could watch the movie and see how it holds up. So yeah, we have not a lot, but we have 2 young adults on here, which is more than normal for me, I think. But for our next book, our next prompt, oh, that one came flying out, so I guess it wants to be picked that badly. We have focus on the paper. Oh my goodness. A memoir. Really? I don't normally get to read nonfiction. Like, I don't really pick out nonfiction books when I'm doing the TBR. I'm almost positive I don't have one on here. I think that's gonna have to be like a find on Kindle Unlimited. The only nonfiction I have right now on this cart is, oh gosh, The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green, which I think I say that wrong every time. I don't know. I can't tell. So don't quote me on that. But I will look to see what memoirs we can find on Kindle Unlimited. All right, I'm going to look it up and come back. Okay, I'm going to turn off the camera though because I'm running out of space on my SD card and battery. So I'll be back once I find one. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take me nearly as long as I thought it would. So I went onto Spotify to see what audiobooks I have, what memoirs are included in the audiobooks that have like that you can get with your premium subscription. And the first one I saw is Matthew Perry's audiobook. I grew up watching Friends. My mom loves that show. Like, she will literally watch it every single day. It's on all the time. So I grew up watching it and I love Friends. And Chandler was always my favorite character. I love his sense of humor. Like, that's where I think most of my humor comes from. So Matthew Perry's memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, is on Spotify. So that is the book I'm gonna go with. That's the memoir I'm gonna go with. It was so heartbreaking to learn that he passed, and like, oh, my mom was sobbing when she found out. So I really wanted to read this book too, once I found out he even had a memoir before he passed away. So that's gonna be the memoir I'm reading this month, which I'm very excited to read, honestly. I heard it was really good, and it's narrated by him, so I guarantee I'm probably gonna cry while listening to it. All right, we're 5 books in, so that means we have 3 more to go. So for prompt number 6, I'm trying to get down to the bottom to these prompts, but it's so hard. Oh, that one went flying out, but I'm picking this one. This guy right here. You can't even see it because my hands are covering it, but just believe that. All right, let's see. We have a reread. I got this last month. Okay, I had one reread prompt in here and then I added another one because I've been really wanting to reread some of my favorite books. And I got the reread prompt last month and I picked The 7-Year Slip, which I did reread, and ended up giving it a higher rating than I did the first time I read it because it's just so good. But now I have another reread this month and I don't know what to pick. Like, I kind of want to save the Emily Henrys for more summertime. So I think, honestly, I might go with, which you can't see, but all my romances are up here. I think I'm going to go with, okay, actually, I don't know which one I'm going to go with. I have two options. The first one is Anne and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This probably one of my all-time favorite books, but this follows Anna, who moves to Paris to go to like an American school in Paris. She kind of gets adopted into this group of friends and she ends up falling for one of the guys in this group called Etienne St. Clair. I love, oh my gosh, anyway, sorry. I love this book. The only issue is if you don't like the cheating trope, do not read this book because he does have a girlfriend throughout most of this book, and it kind of gets not uncomfortable, but definitely is like emotional cheating going on in this book. I normally don't like the cheating trope, but I love this book. Like the found family, the Paris setting is just, I've read this book probably 5 times. I don't even have it tabbed, so I kind of want to read it and tab it. Or our second option is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, because I'm quickly realizing that Ashley Poston might be one of, if not my favorite author. Her writing is just so amazing and fun and magical. I read The 7-Year Slip first, then I read this one, and so I didn't realize how many references The 7-Year Slip makes to this book. And I realized that as I was reading The 7-Year Slip, I was like, oh my gosh, she keeps talking about the Dead Romantics, like the characters from this book. So now I kind of want to reread this one. But now I don't know which one to pick. I'm so conflicted. I think I'm gonna reread this one. It's only right. Like, I love this book and it's been a while since I have reread it. I'm really excited for this. I love this book. Literally, the Paris setting is so well done. I never really think about how much the setting plays a role in a book until I think of that book. And my gosh, can you see how wrecked my shelf just got from me trying to pull those books out? Yikes. Anyways, so that's the 6th book, which means we only have 2 more. Let's see. We're gonna go with this one right here. Short stories. Okay, that's a little bit different. These aren't short stories, they're just a collection of essays, so I don't really know if that counts. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes is a collection of short stories. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So maybe actually we'll go with this because my other option is a sci-fi, and I already have a sci-fi on here and I don't really like reading sci-fi all that much. So we'll go with like a mystery. And I really did want to get to this month in February. We'll try this again because I am kind of excited to try a classic. This edition is really nice and it has illustrations in there. So we're gonna go with this one for short stories. And I sound a little dejected, but I'm not. I swear I'm actually excited for that. Oh my gosh, I have this one hair that just like will not chill. Oh my gosh, we're on to our very last prompt. It always is so sad when we get to the very last one. I feel like this went by a lot quicker than it normally does. Do you see that? I feel like I have to go with that one. Okay. We have, what does it say? Hated on Book Talk. Oh, wow. Immediately, the ones I'm thinking of is like the Fourth Wing, the Empyrean series, because it was getting so much hype on Book Talk, and then all of a sudden people started like hating on it. So Onyx Storm might be an option for that. I'm gonna have to do some research on TikTok. I do know Icebreaker is one of those. I wonder, dang, it's not on Kindle Unlimited, or else I would have done that one. Honestly, anything by Colleen Hoover gets absolutely wrecked on TikTok. In fact, I'm pretty sure Ugly Love has a quote that literally always gets like made fun of at some point. So I think anything by Colleen Hoover would have worked, and I have 2 books by her. I think we'll go with Ugly Love. This is such an interesting mix of books. I can't. This is so funny. These books that ended up on the TBR this month, but like I'm not mad about it. Let me fix up this shelf and then we'll do a little bit of a wrap up. All right, I kind of reorganized. Doesn't look great, but it'll do. Let's just get into the wrap up. For a second chance romance, I will be reading Bad Romeo by Lisa Raven. For the most intimidating book on my TBR, I have House of Leaves by Mark Danielewski. For a boyfriend chooses pick, I have Michael Vey, Storm of Lightning by Richard Paul Evans. For a friends to lovers romance, I have Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. For a memoir, I'm going to be listening to Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. For a reread, I'm going to be picking Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. For short stories, I'm going to be reading The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Finally, for a book that is hated on Book Talk, I will be reading Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Yeah, there's my TBR. I honestly can't get over how diverse, if that's the right word, this TBR is. But I'm excited. Let me know what you are planning on reading this month. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!